Right now, you are living inside one of the greatest experiments in human history. An experiment nobody agreed to, nobody planned, and almost nobody talks about. For 300,000 years, every single human who ever lived, every ancestor in your bloodline, spent roughly half of their entire life in something you have almost never experienced. Complete, total, darkness, not dim, not I forgot to turn on the hallway light, dark. The kind of dark where you cannot see your own hand in front of your face. The kind of dark where sounds become terrifying because sight is gone. And tonight you will flip a switch and light will flood the room. You won't even think about it. But what if I told you that single habit, that effortless flick of a switch has erased something ancient, something biological, something your body is still desperately searching for? Tonight we are going back to the dark. Let's start 1 million years ago. A cave in South Africa called Wonderwork. Archaeologists, digging through its layers of sediment, found something extraordinary: ash, burned bone, charred plant remains. The earliest confirmed evidence of humans deliberately controlling fire. And this moment, this single discovery did not just mean warmth. It meant the night was no longer the end of the day. Before fire, our ancestors were like every other primate on Earth. When the sun vanished, you climbed a tree. You found a rock overhang. You stayed completely still and you prayed nothing found you, because in the dark you were prey. Leopards, lions, hyenas, they own the night. Their eyes can gather light in ways ours simply cannot. Moving at night without fire wasn't adventurous. It was suicidal. But fire changed everything in a single generation. A campfire creates a circle of safety, roughly 30 feet in every direction. Inside that circle, predators will not come. The light blinds them. The smoke masks human scent. The crackling sound is alien and threatening to animal instincts. And suddenly, for the very first time in primate history, humans had hours that belonged only to them. Not running, not hunting, not hiding, just being alive in the dark with nowhere to be. 2 to 4 extra hours every single night, multiplied across a lifetime, multiplied across generations. Those hours didn't just pass. They built something. Anthropologist Polly Wiesner spent years in the Kalahari Desert, studying the Julhwanzi Bushmen, one of the last groups on Earth still living in a way that resembles our ancient ancestors. She recorded thousands of conversations. Daytime, nighttime. The difference was shocking. During the day, 80% of all talk was practical. Where is the game moving? Which tubers are ready? Who owes who meat from last week's hunt? Daytime conversation was essentially a management meeting. But at night, around the fire, the numbers completely flipped. At night, over 80% of all conversations were stories. Not gossip, not complaints. Stories. A man who traveled 3 valleys over and what he found there. The origin of the first rain. Why the moon disappears each month. A story about a woman so clever she tricked a lion. Wiesner called it one of the most important discoveries in human behavioral science. Because these weren't just entertainment. These stories were the operating system of the culture. They encoded moral rules. They taught navigation. They connected living people to dead ancestors. They let humans imagine future that didn't exist yet. The campfire wasn't just heat and light. It was the original classroom, the original temple, the original cinema. Human culture, art, religion, mythology, identity was born not in the daylight but in the dark, gathered around flame. But while the stories filled the early evening, something else was happening deeper in the night. Something that modern science has only recently rediscovered. And it begins with a historian, not a scientist. In 2001, historian Roger Ekirch published a paper after 16 years of research. He had read through thousands of documents, prayer books from the 1400s, court records, private diaries, medical manuals, letters from farmers, soldiers, priests, documents from across centuries and across continents, and hiding in plain sight, in document after document after document, was a phrase that had been ignored for generations. First sleep and second sleep. People in the pre-industrial world did not sleep the way you sleep tonight. They did not go to bed and stay there until morning. They slept in 2 distinct phases. Phase 1. Shortly after sunset, they went to bed. They slept deeply for approximately 4 hours. Then naturally, without alarm, without disturbance, they woke up, fully, calmly, in the middle of the night. Phase 2. 1 to 2 hours of quiet wakefulness. Then back to sleep for 4 more hours until dawn. This two-phase sleep pattern appears in Homer's Odyssey, in Charles Dickens, in medical texts from ancient Rome,